Hi guys, Freaky Fish Guy here. We're here at day 2 of YCS. Sat in front of me is Kacper, who has made day 2 with weather painters. Yeah, you heard that right. Away, off you go, Kacper.
So I pretty much, I'll just show you the hand traps. So I was running 2 bell.
Yep.
It's good against like Salamangre, which I played once, Thunder Dragon, which I weirdly haven't played yet. It's good against like Orcas to like stop them a little bit, but yeah, I mean it's alright against Orcas, but yeah. And then obviously free Ash, the standard.
Yep.
You know, the good card that just stops everything. You know, probably like the best hand trap of the format.
Yep.
And free Nibiru.
Big rock.
This card, I only saw it like three or 4 times, which was pretty upsetting. I only dropped it like 3 times, and I mained this, so I was really surprised. Yeah, I still got 2 more rounds to go, so I'll see.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it for the hand traps.
So you're currently X21, is that right?
Yeah, and I've got 2 rounds left.
Yeah. So you could make top cut.
Yeah.
If you win both rounds, you make top cut, boys.
And then I've got so obviously the best card of the day, Snow. She literally places a spell trap, a weather spell trap in your spell traps. And the good thing is, it places. I was playing against Musketeers round 2.
Yep. Musketeers.
So it actually places, and that's a different thing to activate in. So like he didn't get the effects off, which was actually pretty good. I was actually really surprised on that.
You can't ash this, can you? Because it places.
Yeah, no, you can't. And if you have this and Snowy, which I'll show you later, it dodges every hand trap there is.
And Imperm as well. Dodges Imperm.
Yeah, because you just banish it, of course, because the stack's stupid.
Alright.
Then you have the 3 Thundery. 3 Thunder, sorry. So this card pretty much lets you send 1 continuous spell trap and then activate, like place 1 weather spell trap. This card's just good to like, I don't know, it's just a really nice combo with like Cloud, which lets you just reactivate the card after, and it's just another extender for like your turn 1 place.
Yep.
And then you've got the Reborn card, so I run 2 Sun, sorry.
Yep.
Because this card's just amazing. I summoned this card so many times from the graveyard, and weirdly enough, so this card is really good when you make the link, and I haven't made the link yet, oddly enough. And then 1 Rain, this card I never summoned it for its effect. I only run it for the normal summon, because sometimes you just don't have the normal summon to get the normal summon, and yeah. This card, I run 2 of. This card is amazing.
So 2 Aurora?
Yeah, 2 Aurora. This card is literally MVP. This and Snow are MVP. So like the combo is, like, this is like the weirdest combo. So you make your Nibiru, and then you don't care about the Nibiru, you don't care about the token, because you can just bounce that, you really don't care. And like, if you bricked or something, you just normal summon this on top, and you have the Snow effect, which is just insane. So like, even having this in your hand is actually pretty good.
So Nibiru becomes tribute engine, and then bounce the token.
Yeah. And you don't really care about it. Like, Nibiru is just a 3k beat stick at most times, but like sometimes you can get plays with Aurora. And the spicy things, I run 3 Kaijus, and I run 2 Samba.
Samba.
This is another, like, I've also tributed for Aurora here, but this is just to clear some like weird spooky things, like things that just protect themselves from sending to graveyard and stuff, like destroy. So this is actually really good against Thunder Dragon and stuff.
So you're maining the Slumber engine. You want to go first or second, would you say, or does it not?
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
This is a go in second build.
Okay, I'll go in second.
Yeah. So I always blind second, and most of the time, you will be like, you blind second, you will draw some hand trap or something. You'll probably, like, for me, I've lost all of my, like, most of my first games, and then won the other 2.
Nice.
So yeah. It worked.
People don't know how to side for weather painters.
But yeah, so most of the time, you'll see people just reading, and like, you just see people reading your cards, and you're like, okay, they don't know how to play against deck, so they will literally sit there for like 3 minutes siding, and like they'll side nothing because they'll be like, oh, this is just not good, because they read your Aurora, they're like, oh, I can't tell, so like Twin Twisters goes out, and like they just don't know what to side, especially they go in second, and I side to go first some of them, so I just like, if they make me go first, I'm still fine, because you can have the cards to go first as well. So this card, this is the search engine for the whole deck. This card's nuts. You literally just banish all of the spells, give the monster effects to banish and special summon, to banish and like
do something.
whatever.
Yeah.
So this one adds. This is just the best.
And they all
card.
banish as costs, so you dodge hand traps, right?
Yeah.
Veiler,
so
Impound.
like this and see if you have this and you normal snow, you dodge every hand trap. There's nothing they can drop on you. And this deck, like they literally, this deck cannot get Nibiru unless you're like really far, like you're deep, but like.
Can you wait? You can dodge Nibiru technically as well, because like in Nibiru you can chain.
That's what I do. Like that's why Nibiru, the main Nibiru in this deck is just really good, because even if you're late game, you can drop Nibiru, and with these you don't have to banish one monster. You can banish all 3 in the columns.
Yep.
So you can banish all of these just to search once, but that means Nibiru isn't like fat. So yeah, that's just insane as well. So Sunny, this card, like, it was just used to like summon out Sun or something, or like discard fodder and stuff. It's good at some scenarios when you like really like when you fall, but like yeah, it's I mean it's alright. It did a job. And then Rainy, this is another MVP of the tournament. I was playing against Sky Striker Dracos.
Yep.
So they activated Heritage, and I just bounced it back to their hand. And because like all of their effects are hard once per turn. They can use each effect half of the turn. They didn't have the like +3, which they used all of the resources. So this card was like insane. And I bounced multi-roll, so that it didn't resolve. It was really good against a lot of matchups.
Nice.
And then yeah, that's pretty much it for the weather spells.
Yep.
Then I ran 1 Valhalla. This is weird. I was thinking of running 2, but I just couldn't get 1. So I mean, 1 actually came up a lot for some reason. I literally top deck this card so much.
You want to see it sometimes, but not all the time.
I mean, like if you draw Aurora and this, which I've drawn like literally every game for some reason, this and Aurora, you literally insta win. You have a 2k beat stick, 2/2 actually, and then you like normal snow to get even more effects. And since it's a continuous spell trap, you can send it with Thunder to activate an actual like useful like weather card.
Yep.
Because this kind of dies after like first or second turn. And then Dimensional Fissure. This card is another MVP. So if you play versus like rogue decks, which like or like any graveyard deck like Salads, I dropped this on Salads. It was so painful to watch.
Salad, Orcust.
Literally everything. This card is nuts.
There's a lot of Infernoids as well going around.
Really? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that at all. I haven't even played Thunder Dragon yet, which is good because if I play this card against Thunder Dragon, they just get everything off. It's not good. And then the best draw card, Pot of Extravagance. You have to play 3 of these.
Yep.
This just makes the deck so much more consistent. And like I was thinking about playing Pot of Desires as well, for like a little bit more consistency. But banishing your search tools is just so bad. Like you can't pay that cost, and you don't even need your extra deck. So this is just brilliant. If you don't draw, you're like yeah, whatever. But if you do, it's just a plus for days. That's pretty much it for the spells. So 2 Thundery.
Yep.
I don't run 3 because it's just a brick. You want to pretty much search this out or place it with Snow or Thundery or Thunder. This card is insane though, because it's in the style of damage step, so the only way they can react is by negating the activation of my monster.
And even though it's a trap, you can still activate it from deck, so you can still use it going second.
Yeah.
Which is dumb.
This is just nuts. And they're all quick effects, which is just stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much this. This card is so good.
So this is the new one. I don't actually know what this one does.
So you banish, so if your opponent controls a monster, you banish your weather monster, and then you special summon 1 weather monster. So like it's really good when like they MST you, they like twin twist you, and like you can just chain this to make Aurora so they don't destroy it, or if they do, and you want to like if they MST something and you want like your Cloud back because they like Phoenix or something.
Yep.
You can get Cloud and to like reactivate 2 because it's in the resolution that Cloud like happens.
Yeah.
So it's broken. And then
good.
the going second like little engine thing, 3 evenly.
Yep.
This card is so good. If I wouldn't play this card, I don't know how I would get through these boards. Like my first game, I drew because the guy was so mad. First game, I drew 2 of these. So he was playing Orcust. He crescendoed it, and I was like, okay. So I banished it, and then I activated the second one from hand. He was so triggered. He was literally talking about it apparently next round. And then I also drew for the same guy 2 Nibiru in like game 2, so he was upset about that as well.
Yeah. So Nibiru evenly, the whole package for going second. Koji Slumber.
This is like a going second build.
Yeah.
So that's our main deck. 42 cards.
Man of my own heart. I love 42.
I would probably, I mean, it has been consistent. I only bricked like twice today, and I didn't even lose those games. I literally just, because the first game you pretty much always lose. You just pretty much always lose, and then second and third because they just. So most of the time I find out what they're playing, and if I can play through it with my like going second cards, I try to.
Yeah.
But if not, I scoop up so they don't know what to play, and then in game 2 they read my cards, they try to understand it, and they just don't. And game 3 they do exactly the same thing, they just don't. So I just win automatically by them just not having the knowledge what my cards do.
Yeah.
And then so the extra now. So I play two rainbow. This card didn't even summon it once this whole freaking tournament.
This is a solemn warning if you can do it, right?
It's a solemn warning, and it can negate any activation of any card.
So solemn judgment.
So like, if you have this card here, and if you have like 3 weather paints here, and like a weather here, you can negate 3 activation, and you can, if they have a monster, you can do rainbow effect to summon under rainbow, and then you can just like negate another thing. And like banish as well for cost as well for this card. So like, it's nuts.
But so you said you haven't summoned it yet.
No, not yet.
Too much. Too many resources.
With this card, I just, if you summon this card, you like, this card's just BM in my opinion. And sometimes it does actually come up. I thought about making it, but I just went for the game instead because I just gave them the kaiju. And with this deck, what you can do is you can give them the kaiju, punch, and bounce the kaiju back into your hand. And if you can't get rid of another thing, you kaiju again.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. Like the fact that you can do that consistently.
So would you drop this to 1? Would you say because you're not really making 1 or 2?
So I would not drop this card because if you actually do resolve this and it's good, you have to play 2 of it. I mean, if you resolve this card, it's brilliant. Like you won the game.
Yep.
If you resolve this card fully, like there's nothing they can do to like win at that point. Because if you're making this, they don't have any card advantage because you already searched out like 50 times every turn. And yeah. No. So, because I'm playing versus like those fast-paced decks like Orcus, they just start to end like really fast. And like this deck, what it tries to do, tries to sustain for at least like 2 turns. And if I have the 2 turns, I'll have like 4 monsters on board, and then they can't get past through that.
Yep.
So yeah, 2 of those. I mean, I wouldn't cut it down because if you banish it with extravagance, it's just not that good.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So Borrow Sword.
Yeah.
Just it's self-explanatory. It just wins you the game sometimes. Yep. Didn't summon it, but if I needed to, I would. Then the nightmares that I play a unicorn and a phoenix. So I made this one like 3 times, and this one like twice.
Yep.
To out like weird like stuff that you don't know about. It's just really important in this deck because like if they have like a weird evenly or something, you just need to out that before you go into battle phase. But like sometimes you can just have rainy, so you can bounce the spell or trap back to the hand, and it's just like you don't have to make that at that point. But like sometimes you just have to.
Yeah.
And then heater. This came up against Salad. It was so good. I made this, stole the Jaguar, and just left it there. So they had no recursion after that. And I also had Super Poly in hand, so I knew they won't get any far.
So I don't like this card because this can summon Gren from my graveyard. Just saying.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, Gren's a fire, people. You don't know.
Yeah. That's nasty though if you do that. That's huge. And then XYZs, I play this card.
Yep, Brink Sword.
So it actually doesn't need to resolve the target. So what I mean by that is, if you have this card in your extra monster zone or whatever, you can target one of your weathers and chain their effects, but you still get to pop the opponent's card, which is just so strong.
Yep.
I'll probably play the Levianeer as well.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Sorry to bother you.
And then that's pretty much it for like the useful cards for like what I can summon. And then one of the this is like Cherry's targets. Like these are like Cherry's targets.
Yeah.
Because so what this deck does, even though Orcus can still shuffle this card back, you're slowing them down and making them use more resources for longer too, so you're still winning at that point because they just use so many resources.
Yep.
This is a really good cherry. Like if you cherries their wolf, they pretty much have no grind game, and this deck is the grind game deck. Titan. This was more of a super poly target. I didn't even get to like cherry. I didn't even, like these cards. If I banished them with extravagance, I was like yes. I was so happy because these cards just never came up.
Yep.
I summoned this against Orcust, he actually won me the game because he didn't have anything to out of this because he was playing Lunite Orcust, and I won against him somehow. I don't know how. And then this card won against the side player just because I had the resources to make this.
Yeah, Super Poly for this is mean.
Yeah, and also the funny thing is I only had Ash in my hand with the Super Poly, so I used the Ash to negate like I think it was Gazelle or something, and I had no discard for it, and I was like, oh wait. So I just used my Snowy effect, added something, and just used that for discard for it to make that.
Yep.
And then this is just good against Cyber Dragons. They make Infinity and like a monster and like the extra monster zone or something, and you just link them off. It's just super strong.
Yep.
And then good against Thunders, haven't summoned it once. I mean, yeah, and obviously Sky Striker token
because make him think.
Yeah, you have to give them the token. That's why anyway.
So I'm playing a Necros token and a Necros Field Center just to screw with people.
I respect that.
It's the best way to play. Side deck.
So no, side deck. I played one Imperial Order, which came up against Invoked, and the funny thing is the only time that I resolved it and like it went through, the player already had like 2 monsters, and I bricked. So I was like, alright, if he summons something with Invocation, he won't get it through. But he had Mech Knights, and he drew like the perfect Mech Knights just to finish me off in one game, in like one turn.
Yep.
I was pretty sad about that. And then to back removal, because we have nothing except Rainy. This card, I didn't even side it once. I didn't play any back row decks. Yeah, I just didn't. And if I did, ever just shotgun everything against my deck because they didn't know what to do.
Yep.
So this is some weird ratios. I played 2 lands here, but I didn't side this card at all because against the matchups I sided, I found that this was like the Sanctum and Scythe was just so much stronger.
Yeah.
So I sided that instead. But I sided Sanctum and one of each of these. So whichever was stronger at the time, I would just summon it.
Yep.
But I only in one of my sides, I sided one of this and one of this, and I got to draw this. I was so happy. That was such a lucky draw. So yeah, that's pretty much the artifact engine. Then cherries, you have to play 3.
Yep.
Like if you resolve this against like Salad or like Orcust, like even if against Orcust, you just make them spell so many resources. Because if they're playing the hand trap variant, it's so difficult for them to make the 3rd monster.
Yeah.
And then Super Poly, best card.
Yeah.
It literally just
Breaks boards.
yeah, and they can't even react, which is so stupid.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
pretty much it.
so you're still X21. You could still top.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
I'll put in the description, guys. If Kacper here tops, see how he does. I'll text him on later. Yeah, that was day 2 with weather painters. Yeah, you had that right, guys. Right, this is Freaky Fish Guy. Again, this was Kacper. Thank you, guys. See you next time.